What if I told you there's a machine currently being built that completely ignores how your laptop or phone processes data and instead runs on the totally bizarre laws of quantum physics? I know, it sounds like pure science fiction, right? But tech giants like Google, IBM, and Microsoft are literally pouring billions of dollars into making this reality. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a technology that is honestly poised to rewrite human history. So, what exactly is a quantum computer? It's kind of an intimidating question, but we're going to break it all down today. And trust me, this matters directly to you. Experts across the globe are sounding the alarm, in a good way and a bad way, saying this tech could completely upend cybersecurity, rapidly accelerate AI, actually cure diseases through totally new medicine, and honestly, fundamentally restructure the internet itself.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the limits of classical computing, or as we like to call it, navigating the maze.
Okay, so every computer today relies on binary bits, zeros and ones. It's like a bunch of light switches. But that creates a pretty hard mathematical limit. Imagine standing in front of a massive, towering maze with 1 million different paths, but only one path actually gets you to the exit. A normal classical computer, even the absolute fastest supercomputers we have on Earth right now, has to start checking those paths one by one by one. Sure, modern computers process things incredibly fast, but some of these mathematical mazes are just so enormous that to find the right answer, today's supercomputers would literally need years, centuries, or even millions of years. So scientists basically asked a crazy question. What if we built a completely different kind of computer from the ground up?
Which brings us to Section 2. Enter the qubit, breaking the binary.
Here's the real game changer. While a classical bit is firmly locked in, it's always just a 0 or a 1, a quantum bit, or qubit, can exist in a combination of both at the exact same time. Wait, what? How is that even possible? How can a single thing be both on and off simultaneously?
Well, it comes down to a wild concept called superposition. Imagine taking a coin and placing it on a table. If it's heads, let's say that's a 0. Tails, that's a 1. Pretty easy, right? But now, flick that coin and watch it spin in slow motion. While it's spinning in that fast blur, can you honestly say it's only heads or only tails? Not really. It kind of exists in this changing dynamic state of both until it finally lands and stops. A qubit behaves a lot like that spinning coin. It holds a combination of possibilities all at once, which is a super helpful way to wrap your head around this abstract physics concept before we go even deeper.
All right, Section 3, the power of quantum states. The mind-blowing escalation.
Let's look at what happens when we scale this up, because this is where the mind-blowing escalation happens. Suppose you have just 3 normal classical bits. They can only store one specific value at a time. It could be 000 or 001, and so on. There are 8 possibilities total, but a classical computer can only hold on to one of them at any given moment. But replace those with 3 qubits, and because of that spinning coin idea, superposition, they can actually represent all 8 possibilities simultaneously in a single quantum state. You aren't just holding one little value anymore, you're holding a vast space of possibilities all at once. And when we scale this up, the growth is absolutely explosive. If you scale up to just 50 qubits, I'm not talking millions, literally just 50, the number of possible quantum states they represent together becomes more than 1 quadrillion. Yeah, that's a 1 with 15 zeros behind it. That sheer massive scale of possibilities is exactly why this tech attracts so much hype and investment.
But hold on, we need to pause right here and bust a massive misconception. You might have heard people say, oh, quantum computers just try every answer at once. No, that is a myth. They do not possess magical wands that just test every single path in our maze simultaneously to instantly spit out the right one. That fundamentally misunderstands the physics.
Instead, they rely on something called quantum interference. Scientists painstakingly create highly specific quantum algorithms that act almost like high-end noise-canceling headphones. Through interference, they amplify the correct signal, the right answer, while actively canceling out the noise of all the wrong answers. This dramatically increases the probability that when the system stops spinning, it lands on the correct solution. Finding the right way to actually orchestrate this interference is incredibly difficult, which is exactly why quantum programming is one of the hardest disciplines on Earth today.
And interference isn't the only tool in the shed. There's also entanglement, which is arguably one of the strangest ideas in all of physics. Imagine taking 2 magical coins and placing them on opposite sides of the planet. Entanglement means that even though they're separated by thousands of miles, their quantum states become deeply, instantly connected. If you change something about one, it immediately affects the other. This lets qubits work together in this incredibly synchronized way that ordinary bits simply cannot do.
It's so weird, so completely unintuitive, that Albert Einstein himself famously called it spooky action at a distance. Moving on to Section 4, Building a Quantum Computer, the most delicate machines on Earth.
So, with all this crazy power, why isn't there a quantum processor sitting right there on your desk? Well, because keeping a qubit spinning in superposition requires absolute, perfect isolation. I'm talking tiny vibrations in the room, a slight change in heat, random electrical noise, or even interactions with surrounding atomic particles. Any of that can instantly destroy the quantum state. It is a literal engineering nightmare to keep these systems stable.
To combat all those threats, we actually have to put them in these specialized, massive refrigerators that chill them down to a tiny, tiny fraction of a degree above absolute zero. That is literally colder than the vacuum of deep space. It's an awe-inspiring, not to mention wildly expensive engineering feat. These are truly some of the most complex, delicate machines humanity has ever attempted to build.
Finally, Section 5, How it Changes Everything. Solving the impossible.
So what happens when we finally perfect this? Well, by natively speaking the language of physics, quantum computers can accurately simulate insanely complex molecules. This means we could design entirely new, life-saving medicines and materials in a fraction of the time it takes today. They could instantly optimize incredibly complex global airline routes and supply chains, saving billions of dollars and slashing emissions. And they have the potential to completely supercharge certain artificial intelligence techniques, pushing machine learning to heights we honestly can barely visualize right now.
But there is a flip side. And this right here brilliantly illustrates why governments are paying so much attention. It's cybersecurity. Today's internet relies on encryption systems, like RSA, to protect everything from your bank accounts to your private texts. A future fully operational quantum computer could potentially shatter these current encryption methods effortlessly. That pressing, ticking clock threat is why researchers are already in a massive race against time, actively building what's known as post-quantum cryptography. Essentially, advanced security defenses specifically designed to protect our future digital world before these quantum machines fully come online. To wrap this all up, I want you to think of your classical computer, your laptop, your phone, as an incredibly fast, high-end sports car. It is absolutely perfect for everyday driving, going to the grocery store, or commuting to work. A quantum computer, on the other hand, is a spacecraft. You would never, ever use a multi-billion-dollar spacecraft to drive down to the grocery store, right? It's way too complex and entirely unnecessary for that job. So, quantum computers are not going to replace your laptop. But if your destination is the moon, well, nothing else but a spacecraft can do the job. Quantum computers are built specifically to tackle those highly specific, otherwise utterly impossible tasks that our classical computers can't even dream of touching.
Which leaves us with this lingering question. What specific, impossible problem would you want to solve with a quantum spacecraft? Seriously, if you had the power to calculate the incalculable, where would you aim that capability? If this explainer finally helped you break through the mystery and truly get a grasp on quantum computing, make sure you hit subscribe to Cybersharks. We take complex topics like cybersecurity, AI, and emerging tech, and we just make them make sense. I'll see you in our next explainer.